Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Adrian and today we are starting the final reading vlog for the month of December. I have now completed 71 books in 2021. So in order to hit my goal of 75, I need to read 4 books. So we're gonna experience that together. Today is Christmas Eve and I am going over with my family this evening at like 6:30 I think, but until then it's only noon. I haven't like eaten or had tea or anything yet, so I am gonna do that. And I'm going to I packaged up some Pango book orders. If you're interested, I'm selling some of my books from my shelf on Pango Books, and I have 3 shipments to go out today. And also I'm thinking about going to pick up Hogfather by Pratchett. Billy, who comments on almost all my videos, on my Christmas recommendations video, he suggested Hogfather, which is a Christmas-like book in the Discworld. And I have yet to read any Pratchett. I have plans to, but the way he described Hogfather just sounds so cute and festive, and I haven't read any like truly festive books, and it's a Christmassy fantasy book. It just sounds silly but fun. I looked it up. The only Barnes & Noble that has it near me is like 20 miles away. But I'm gonna leave to ship these packages, so I'm like, should I just drive 20 miles to pick up this book? Maybe, we'll see. The only one book I know of that I want to read is Codependent No More. Wait, let me grab it. Codependent No More by Beady, and I'm like 80% of the way through this. I've been reading it for months on and off, like mainly the audiobook. So this is just discussing how to stop controlling others and start caring for yourself. But it's also like how to stop like kind of like prioritizing other people over yourself. I think I stopped reading because it was in a section about like anger, and I'm like, I don't have that. So I think I'm gonna make some food and hit the road. So let's go. Also, why am I dressed in all black for Christmas Eve? I don't know. I've got my Pango orders. They're in old tea boxes, and my new flamingo bubble mailer. So off to get the Hogfather. Okay, I'm back. That trip took so long. I went to 2 different post offices because the first one was locked, and since I had a bigger box, I needed like the big drop box instead of just the blue thing. Anyways, got those packages shipped. Then I went to Barnes & Noble. I picked up Hogfather by Pratchett. Basically, this is Santa in Discworld, and someone hires the Assassin's Guild to kill him. And the main characters are Jeff and his adopted daughter or something crazy. Sounds hilarious. I'm gonna start it shortly. But then the Barnes & Noble I went to, which I've never been to this one before, was in the busiest parking lot because it shared a parking lot with Walmart and Marshalls and Bath and Body Works and sporting goods store, just like so many stores. And I was trapped in the parking lot for so long, like so long. So first I finished Codependent No More on audiobook. I only had not that much left, so I finished it. I should have just finished it months ago, but the part I listened to today didn't really apply to me. Like the part of this that applies to me is just like learning to stop helping people when they haven't asked for help, or you know, making decisions based off of other people, but the other people are unaware that I'm even doing it, you know? And that could be like everyday things with people I'm actually close to, but then even For example, getting out of that parking lot today was so hard because I needed to turn left and everything was backed up and I didn't want to upset anybody. And like, sometimes I just can't do things or make decisions or function because I'm worried about other people. Like, that's my codependency issue. Or like, for example, if I'm at work on my lunch break and I have 10 minutes of my lunch break left, there's a Starbucks, I could just run, grab a Starbucks and go back to the office. Then I think, well, I don't want to show up at the office with Starbucks and this person be offended because I didn't offer it to them. I'm like, but I don't have time to ask them and order more drinks. Like, I only have time for myself. I just won't get Starbucks. Mind you, they walk in with Starbucks without telling me all the time, but I mean, that's a petty thing, but it's just an example of I can't do stuff that I want to do when it in any way could possibly upset somebody else. It's stupid. But this is more so for people who are codependent because they themselves are addicted to alcohol or drugs, or they are affected by a loved one with that issue. And it talks a lot about AA and Al-Anon and just all sorts of things in that realm that have nothing to do with me. But there's like 20% that does speak to me. So it is very good. And when it's, and I'm sure like people who read it who actually really are affected by the things she's talking about, then it's amazing. So after I finished that, I was just looking for an audiobook of something that I own physically and I'm interested in reading right now. And so super randomly, I started listening to Sparrow by Triyari Jones. I was just talking about this author in my Christmas recommendations, talking about An American Marriage. So I'm excited to finally read another one of her books. This is set in 1980s Atlanta, following the two families of this man, James Witherspoon, who has two wives, two families. And the second family knows about the first one, but the first one doesn't know about the second one. And from what I've read so far, we're in the perspective of the child of the secret wife and like her being told and finding out that she's like a secret, and him telling her like, you can't draw a picture of your family and include my other family, or tell your teacher that your dad has two wives because it's illegal. But he didn't say that part. So it's like a very complicated familial story. And then I'm sure there's gonna be lots of interpersonal drama. Oh wait, and it looks like when the daughters from each family meet and form a friendship, only one of them knows they are sisters. Ooh. So that's gonna be good. It's always so fun when I read two like super different books at the same time. Like, has anyone in history ever read The Silver Sparrow and Hogfather at the same time? So that's my plan. This one I'll probably mainly read on audio, and this one will be my physical read, but then I'll also read this physically some. But right now I need to clean up a bit because I've caused a little bit of destruction this morning. And then I want to probably list some more of my books on Pengo because my stock is getting low and I have, 100 more books to list. And then also I think I want to make some little Christmas treats and yeah, do some reading. So maybe watch a Christmas movie. No. Hello, it's now Sunday, the day after Christmas, and Christmas was a lovely time. I went to my sister's house. My mom was there, family. I was there for 10 or 11 hours. It was a good time. I got some books. Confessions by Kane Minato. I can't remember what this is about, just that it's a crazy twisty thriller. It's translated from Japanese and I don't know what it's about. And then The Doctor Who Fooled the World, Andrew Wakefield's War on Vaccines by Brian Deere. This is the guy who falsely told the world that vaccines cause autism. It's just all about him and all the lies he has sowed and how it's impacted the world and completely changed the world's outlook on vaccines. Then I also got a wall calendar. Oh, this weighted blanket, which is like so heavy and feels great to just be absolutely smothered by. And then my boyfriend got me all the cozy, fuzzy, like winter accessories. And it's so much stuff. And they're so pretty. Such like higher quality than I would buy for myself, that's for sure. And just beautiful stuff, which unfortunately it's 70 degrees outside today, even though it's the end of December. So hopefully I'll be able to wear those soon. And then a couple of cloches, which I'm obsessed with. And I asked him, I don't remember his answer, but I asked him, did I say to him that I'm in love with cloches? Or did he learn it from observation? Or I don't know why he thought to buy me those, but I love those. And my sister's gonna be like, oh God, that's the last thing you need. But I'm obsessed. For some reason, I love seeing things under glass. I don't know why. So I don't know, I don't have any plans for them yet, but I'm thinking of something. And then he also got me this really cool plant table thing. It's not set up yet, it's in the box, but it's gonna be so cool so I can set up when my seedlings grow, which I would love to update you about my plant status, but there is zero growth on anything so far. What am I forgetting? I don't know, but lots of good stuff. This is, I like that everyone wants me to be cozy because that is the appropriate thing to get me. So then this morning, my boyfriend and I went on a walk in the park with his dog for so long. It says, my watch says it was 3.5 miles, but it's like hiking and hilly and rough terrain. So it was quite a good exercise. And now I'm just hanging out. I'm about to pick up Hogfather because I'm literally on page 3. Why did I think I'd be reading this on Christmas? Every time I tried to pick it up and read a page, my nephew was like, play with me right now. Yeah, I'm so sad that the 4-day weekend is over and I have to go back to work tomorrow, but it's 3 p.m. right now and I'm just gonna enjoy my day. I'm gonna start reading this. My sister is going to come over, either come over or we're gonna meet up shortly. And yeah, so I'll update you after I read some of the book. Hello, I've been laying there just so comfortable under my weighted blanket reading Hogfather. It's so silly. I've never read Terry Pratchett before. It's so silly. The way it's written and stuff is hold on. Hello. It's now Monday. I have a very messy coffee table. I tried to update you yesterday, but ended up getting real busy and just running off. So I met up with my sister at the mall. We went to the Amazon store and didn't get anything. Then Barnes & Noble was having 50% off of all hardcovers, which Lord knows I don't need any books. But I did pick up this beauty that I've been wanting for so long, the Jurassic Park Barnes & Noble edition. It's Jurassic Park and The Lost World combined. And it was only $12.50, which is a crazy good deal. Couldn't pass up on it. My sister loved the Jurassic Park book and has been telling me to read it for quite some time. So I'm happy to finally have it. It looks like I've already scratched the corner of the book before I've even taken the plastic off. This is definitely now one of the prettiest books I own. It has a ribbon bookmark, silver sprayed edges. It is just beautiful and feels like a textbook kind of, or a Bible. So it's the only book I bought. And then update on my reading. Yesterday I laid in this comfy spot over here with my weighted blanket. I got to page like 35 of Hogfather, which it must be said that this is a book from a series that I have never read before. Everyone says you can start Terry Pratchett from basically anywhere, or a lot of different, or there are a lot of different entry points in the series, but I'm still missing some context, of course. But this book is so silly. The way it's written, like what they're talking about and the way it's written, and like the way people speak and stuff, like everything is silly. I think I actually laughed out loud one time so far. But basically, someone hired the Assassin's Guild to kill Santa, and they have this weirdo assassin, Mr. Tea Time, who they want to keep busy, so they task him with assassinating Santa, or the Hogfather. So it's weird so far, but I'm enjoying myself. And then I've been listening to the audiobook of Sparrow, and it's good. I'm on page 208. This is told from the perspective of two daughters of a bigamist man. He has his main marriage, his legal public marriage, and then he is illegally married to a second wife. He has a daughter with both wives, and the secret wife and daughter are fully aware of the situation. They know who the real wife and daughter are, but they're never allowed to contact them, never allowed to interact with them. They have to go to different schools, or like, for example, both girls apply for jobs at the same place, but since the married daughter also got hired there, like the secret daughter can't go. So things like that. It's like how much it's affecting the secret family, and like why they're in a relationship and how the dynamic works and stuff. It's like sad. Not so sad, but it's like, oh, that situation sucks. But we are also learning the history of both wives, but still from the daughter's perspective. But then we're seeing like their moms like growing up in like 1960s Atlanta. And then also we're in, what year are the daughters in? I don't know, but it's in Atlanta. It's the flashbacks to the moms especially are like after Martin Luther King Jr. just died. So there are a lot of discussions about being black in America, but then also like stuff about skin color or good hair, like discussions like that, which is really enjoyable to read. And the way this is told is about maybe the first half, more than the half of the book starts off, we're hearing from the secret daughter's perspective, and now like halfway through we are switching to the other daughter's perspective. So we learn everything from the secret daughter, from like her own family history, and then from her own childhood until like maybe 15 or 16 years old. And now from that age we are switched to the married wife's daughter, and her part starts off with her meeting the secret daughter and then seemingly going to start a friendship. But you know, we're in the perspective of the girl who doesn't know that's her sister. But now we know the secret daughter so well that like I know exactly what she's thinking, exactly how she's feeling. So it's really cool to know her from the inside, but now see her from an outside perspective. So I'm really enjoying myself. I'm just doing some cleaning and laundry and boring stuff and listening to that audiobook. And then will I even read any of this physically? Maybe not, probably not. Once I want to read physically, I'll pick Hogfather back up. So both of these have been a good time so far. Hello, hiding my company name, but today is Thursday, December 30th. First up, I have COVID. You may have noticed I've been coughing for all of December, but I guess I just recently contracted COVID along with my family and who knows who else, but me, my sister, my mom, we all just got our positives back today. So good luck to us. Since we're all carrying COVID, we're still gonna hang out together, and they're on their way over right now. Made a bunch of food, like appetizer items, and we're just gonna hang out, maybe play games, maybe watch TV, who knows. But I thought I would update you. I finished Sparrow by Tiari Jones, and it was good. I gave it 4 stars. It's not anything like over the top or crazy. Like, it's about a bigamist family and what comes along with that, the decisions that people make, how it affects everyone, where they came from, that maybe they ended up in the situation, stuff like that. Nothing mind-blowing or surprising happened, but something did happen that I feel was appropriate for the story, but like just disappointed me. Some stuff about this book just like personally not hurt me, but like offended me. You know, sometimes books just point out your own flaws and issues, and it not in a way that I appreciated. Tiari Jones is a great writer. And then I'm on page 60 or 70 of Hogfather. This is really slow going for me. I'm not sure why. Probably because I haven't been physically reading books that much. I've been listening to audiobooks. But this one I'm physically reading and just haven't had the time or made the time to do it. But I need to, because if you're keeping track, I have read 73 books. So I have 2 more books to my 75 book goal, and I only have tonight and all day tomorrow to complete that. But then I also started The Girl Before by J.P. Delaney, which I was just looking for on my bookshelf, and I think I may have put it in my unhaul pile. And I literally picked the book out because it's on my TBR, but now I'm thinking it's already off my TBR. I don't know. But it's a thriller following two women, one now and one before, who end up renting this really weird house with a lot of strict rules, and it's like a smart house and you're not allowed to have stuff. Like, it's super minimalist, beautiful house that like knows all your preferences and all this stuff, and you have to answer questions, like psychological questions about yourself, to see how the house is like helping you or whatever. But then the architect is like doing like he's sleeping with these women. He's like this weirdly super alpha weirdo, and like it's getting pervy, and I don't know if I like it. So I'm in the middle of 3 books. Well, barely. I'm at the beginning of 3 books, and I need to finish 2. Good luck to me. But for now, it's time for a COVID dinner. You don't recognize that. We almost made it 2 years. I know. Hello. It's January 8th. Should I finally wrap up and end my December reading vlog? Probably. So I got COVID. I think, did I already tell you that? I have no idea. I can't remember what happened in this video. But New Year's Eve, I just laid in bed sick reading, but I did manage to hit my reading goal. I hit 75 books for 2021. Yay me. I don't remember if I told you I started reading The Girl Before by J.P. Delaney. Oh, I think I couldn't find it, so I thought I got rid of it. But no, I was looking for a paperback. It's a hardcover. So I found this book. I'm not happy that I read it. I thought this book was okay. Did I even tell you what it was about? I don't know. Forget what it's about. I don't even care about that right now. This book only had 2 black characters. They are very, very, very minor characters in the book. Both of them were criminals. like disgusting, heartless caricature of a human being criminals. And the only reason there were two, I'm not kidding you, okay, this is mildly spoiler for this book, but there were two of them so that their penises matched color. Okay, TMI, I'm so sorry. But spoilers for this book, just to warn you, although I would not recommend you reading it. The girl, the main character, I think I told you, she, someone broke into her house. First she lies and says that nothing happened. Then she says that she was forced to perform an act on this man, and he recorded it and said if she tells anyone, then he'll send it to all the contacts on her phone. Oh, he recorded it with her phone and stole her phone and said, if you tell the police, if you tell anyone what happened, I'm gonna send this to all your contacts in your phone. Which I felt so sorry for her. Now I was annoyed at that part, like, okay, so the only black character is the guy who broke into your house and assaulted you and is blackmailing you. Okay. But turns out, actually, she performed that act on a guy from her work, her friend's husband, who was also black, and they recorded it. Now, how consensual that was, I don't know. I can't even listen to this gal anymore to know. I think it maybe she wanted to do it, but then it got carried away because she was drunk. I don't know. But she's disgusting. She literally was at court with this man saying that he raped her. On the stand. Did a lineup. And she's like, well, he's a bad person anyways because he robbed me. Are you insane? Oh wait, there is a third black character, because then the guy who robbed her, who did not assault her, was upset at her for, you know, falsely accusing him and trying to send him to prison. And he sent one of his gang members to like harass her, scare her for lying. Which, understandable. But this was just like disgusting. But the fact that the two guys are black is how she could say, oh, it was the guy who robbed me, when really it was the guy she was giving a BJ to. And it's so annoying. And the thing about it is they are the only black characters. And the guy who she maybe willingly did stuff with was a piece of garbage, disgusting human. Like the things he had to say whenever the police talked to him or whoever talked to him, like he was just disgusting. Just don't put black characters in your book. How hard is that? And the thing is, there were characters in here who were doing questionable things, maybe did something bad, maybe had a crime. The white characters who did bad things were fleshed out. We felt sympathy for them. We understood their motives. Or they were at least an elaborate character who it was a surprise that they were a bad person. But the black characters were just disgusting criminals, so why? Just why? So anyways, I'm sick of ranting about that because now it's happened to me 2 times in 2 weeks that's happened. So anyways, and that happened while I was sick on New Year's Eve. Like, I was already upset. Okay, but anyways. Then I had a couple hours left till midnight. So I read a small book, The Test by Silva Nouvelle. This book was so good. I can't tell you much about it because there are surprising things that happen. But it's about a man who is in the UK and he is there for his citizenship test. And a bad man comes in and holds him hostage. And crazy stuff happens. People say it's like a Black Mirror episode. I've never watched Black Mirror and have zero interest in it because it sounds scary. But this was good. It was it was scary, dark, like a bit too dark for my liking, but luckily when I was like, ooh, this is too dark, then after a couple more pages it was like, oh, okay, like something happened, a twist happens that it's like not as bad as it seems, kind of. So I'm glad I hit 75 books. Yay me. Thank you guys for watching. This is so late, and who wants to see a Christmas tree in January, which by the way I haven't taken down yet. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.